All right, so today we're going to do a deep dive on Nico.
Definitely a player we should be talking about.
Yeah, yeah. Everyone wants to know more about him, right? Born in Spain, playing for Argentina, and now he's lighting it up in Italy.
Right.
So we've got his Wikipedia page pulled up and ready to go to try to figure out what makes him tick.
For sure.
All right, so let's start at the beginning.
Sounds good.
He was born in Spain, but his dad is Argentinian, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So already we've got a pretty interesting background.
Yeah, it's not your average story for a footballer, is it?
No, not at all.
Ugh.
He was born in Santa Cruz de Tenerife,
Mm-hmm.
and his dad is Pablo Paz, the Argentinian defender.
Exactly.
Wait a second, that Pablo Paz?
Yep, the one and only.
The 98 World Cup squad.
That's the one.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I mean, that must have had a huge impact on Nico growing up.
Oh, for sure. I mean, can you imagine having a World Cup veteran as your dad?
Yeah, like you're not just learning the skills, you're learning about the pressure, the mental side of the game.
Exactly, and it's interesting, because he starts his career at CD Tenerife,
Right.
but then by 2016, he's at Real Madrid's youth academy.
Whoa, talk about a step up.
Right. I mean, that's not just any academy.
No. We're talking about like the top of the top.
It's a talent factory.
Exactly. You have to have something really special to even get a look there.
And it's not just about individual skill either. It's about understanding Real Madrid's academy is known for its tactical focus.
Yeah, which actually makes his success in Italy even more interesting.
Yeah.
Because Serie A is all about tactics.
Exactly. You've got to be thinking 2 steps ahead.
All right, so let's fast forward a bit to his professional debut.
Okay.
So 2022, he makes his pro debut with Real Madrid Castilla. That's their reserve team, right?
Yep.
3-1 win over FC Andorra.
Yeah, but what's really cool is that he's playing under Raul Gonzalez Blanco.
Whoa, seriously.
Yeah, can you imagine that? Being coached by Raul, a legend.
That must have been incredible for him. I bet he learned so much.
Right, and then 2023, things really take off.
What happens in 2023?
Preseason tour with the first team, I mean, that's a big deal. Real Madrid are clearly seeing something in him.
They're not just seeing something, they're putting him on the Champions League stage.
Right. He makes his debut and scores against Napoli.
Unbelievable.
The second youngest Argentinian to ever score in the Champions League, only behind Messi.
So they weren't messing around. They saw him as a genuine prospect.
Absolutely. And then later that year, he makes his La Liga debut, too.
So they were really giving him a taste of the big time.
It seems like they were grooming him for something big.
Which makes the 2024 move to Como 1907 even more interesting.
Yeah. Why send a player like that to a smaller club?
Yeah, especially after all that success.
Right. But here's the thing. Serie A is a really tough league.
Oh yeah, super tactical.
It's the perfect place for a young player to develop their skills.
So it's like sending a blacksmith to train with a master swordsmith, even if the workshop isn't as fancy.
Yeah. That's a great analogy. Real Madrid is thinking long term.
So they're basically saying, go get some experience, come back when you're ready.
Exactly. And Real Madrid knew what they were doing because at the time, Como 1907 had just been promoted to Serie A.
So not only is he in this tactical pressure cooker,
Right.
he's also on a team with something to prove.
Talk about trial by fire.
Yeah, this is going to be interesting.
For sure. And he doesn't just survive, he thrives.
Oh, yeah.
He makes a statement.
So let's talk about that Atalanta match. They're no joke, right?
Oh, no. Atalanta are known for their attacking style.
Yeah, they're a real challenge for any defender.
Especially a young player finding his feet in Serie A.
And yet he doesn't just hold his own field. He causes an own goal.
Yeah.
And Isis Alufadera for another goal.
Crazy, right?
Como wins 3-2, and Nico ends up on the Serie A Team of the Week.
It was a big performance. Everyone took notice.
So he's not just showing potential.
No, he's delivering.
Against top competition.
Exactly. And it's not just about the goals. It's the way he did it.
Oh, yeah.
The tactical awareness, the vision. You don't see that very often in someone so young.
Especially in a system like Italian football, which is known for its defensive discipline.
Yeah, it's almost like he took that Real Madrid tactical education and flipped it on its head.
And then a few weeks later, he scores his first goal for Como against Parma.
Right. He's not just adapting. He's taking charge.
It's really interesting to see how all these influences are coming together. The Spanish technical base, the Argentinian flair, and then that tactical awareness on top.
He's like a fusion of football and cultures.
Okay, so let's talk about his international career. Even before this breakout in Italy, he was already on the radar of the Argentinian youth setup.
Yeah, in 2022, he plays in the Maurice Ravello tournament with the under-20 squad.
Okay.
That's a really prestigious tournament. A lot of future stars play there.
And then in 2023, he's on the preliminary list for the FIFA U20 World Cup.
Right, but Real Madrid didn't release him.
Really?
Which tells you a lot. I mean, they saw him as a real asset even then.
Yeah, they didn't want to disrupt his development even for a World Cup.
Exactly. And then finally in October 2024, he makes his senior team debut for Argentina.
Wow, what a moment.
Against Bolivia, no less.
And he doesn't just make an appearance. He provides an assist to Lionel Messi in his 6-0 win.
Can you imagine that?
An assist to Messi in your senior debut.
Incredible.
But it also shows how highly he's regarded.
Yeah, they clearly see him as someone who can contribute at the highest level.
Right away. And this is Argentina. We're talking about a team full of talent.
Always competing for trophies.
So where does this leave us? We have a player who's exceeded expectations at every level.
Youth Academy Reserve Team, Champions League, La Liga Serie A, and now the Argentinian national team.
That's a pretty impressive resume.
What's the common thread here?
Adaptability. He's faced a new challenge at every step, and he's not just survived, he's flourished.
Yeah, and it's not just about talent. It's about mental toughness, the willingness to learn, the drive to prove himself.
Absolutely. I think there's a quote that applies here. Talent hits a target no one else can hit. Genius hits a target no one else can see.
Ooh, I like that. And it feels like Nico's aiming for that genius level. He's got the talent for sure, but it's the choices he's made, the way he's approached each challenge that really stands out.
Like that move to Como.
Right, on paper, it looked like a step back.
But it's paying off big time.
And it takes guts to do something like that, to step away from the spotlight at Real Madrid and really test yourself.
Yeah, it shows a lot of self-awareness.
And that buyback option from Real Madrid, it's like a safety net.
Yeah, they're saying, go spread your wings. We'll be here when you're ready to come back.
It's a fascinating journey, because it challenges everything we think we know about how a young star should develop.
Yeah, it's not just about raw talent. It's about calculated risks, embracing challenges, and constantly adapting.
And that's what makes his future so interesting. Where does he go from here? Back to Madrid, a Serie A legend.
Or something else entirely.
The possibilities are endless.
That's what makes following a player like Nico Paz so exciting. We're not just watching a career unfold. We're witnessing a footballing education in real time.
And it's happening fast.
So to everyone listening, keep an eye on Nico Paz because this is a player you do not want to miss.
His story is a testament to talent, hard work, and a willingness to embrace the unknown.
Okay, so we're back and ready to kind of put a bow on this Nico Paz deep dive.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, hasn't it?
It really has. And I think, one thing that stands out to me is how much his story, flips the script on what we normally expect from a young star.
Right. It's not the typical path.
No, not at all. I mean, he's bounced between countries, leagues, playing styles.
And he just keeps getting better.
Yeah, each experience seems to add another layer to his game.
Like building blocks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The Spanish technical base, the Argentinian flair, the Italian tactical discipline.
And you can't forget that Real Madrid Academy experience.
Right, yeah, for sure. That's got to be huge. They're known for producing players who can play anywhere.
Yeah, it's like they gave him the foundation and now he's out there building his own skyscraper.
So looking ahead, what do you think is next for Nico Paz? Does he go back to Real Madrid and become a Galactico?
It's definitely possible. I mean, they have that buyback option and, they're not going to let him slip through their fingers if he keeps playing like this.
But maybe he stays in Italy, becomes a Serie A legend.
Yeah, he seems to be really comfortable there.
Or maybe he does something completely different.
Who knows? That's the beauty of it.
We've already seen how unpredictable his journey has been.
That's what makes it so exciting. We're not just talking about his next move. We're talking about like a potential superstar.
So to everyone listening out there, I just want to say keep your eye on Nico Paz. This kid is the real deal.
Yeah, his story's inspiring. It shows that hard work and a willingness to adapt can take you a long way.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll look back on this deep dive and say we knew him when.
I mean, that's always the hope, right? To spot the next big thing before everyone else.
All right, folks, that's it for our deep dive into the world of Nico Paz. We hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
And until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.